Let me get YouTube set up here. We don't need any interesting commentators. Alrighty. That's set up. So, how's everybody doing today? How's your weather? We had an absolutely gorgeous day yesterday. Oh, right. Yeah. It's always bad when the sirens go off and we're having bad weather, because then you're like, is it legit or is it a test or what are we looking at here? Because part of me is like, people get so used to hearing it when you do those regular tests that they're prone to ignoring them. And where I live, I get competing, like some cities do them on Saturday, some do them on Wednesday. So it drives you a little bit crazy, because I'm just like, can we not just say, state of Nebraska, everybody's going to do it on Wednesday or everybody's going to do it on Saturday? Pick a day, one day. So, yeah, I don't know. But I guess they're working. So we'll just count our blessings with that. They're working. So, anywho, I have for y'all today things, the majority. There's a couple of items that I added to the sale that were not from Texas, mainly to round it out, and because I'm still either researching that item or trying to figure out more information or pricing, whatnot. So, but the majority of the items today are going to be things that I found at Round Top, or as Beth kept telling me, Bar W Field. It's just like, I thought we were going to Round Top. Why do you keep saying Bar W Field? I was getting very confused. Of course, it doesn't take much to confuse me some days. But it's Bar W Field is just like an area in Round Top. And let me tell you something. I mean, we went early. So my advice, this is the first time I went to a flea market of that magnitude. My advice, you want to go early when it's cool, especially if the thing is during the summer. I don't know what, flea market in the summer, well, tail end of summer, because it's still summer in Texas. You're going to fry. You're going to fry. Let's be honest. So we went early in the day. Bring water. Bring a cart, a rolling cart, because you don't want to be lugging all that stuff. Good walking shoes, loose clothing, dress for comfort, because by like up until noon, everything was fine. Afternoon, all of a sudden it was like, whew, it was hot. It was really hot. And I recommend more than one day, because we definitely didn't get to see everything. I would have liked to have stayed longer, but I don't, my back was really bothering me at that point. I have scoliosis in my back. It's not a bad curvature, but as I get older, it's just enough that after a while, I get a bad pain in my back, and I was just done. Was just toast. So welcome on in, everybody. But you know, and then I think you need to put air tags on your friends. I think the theme of the day was, where's Sheryl? Where's Sheryl? Willie! What do you think of my idea, Willie, to put an air tag on Sheryl? Kim, that's a really good idea because, you know, Beth talked about you could rent a golf cart, but it was like $170 to rent a golf cart. That's a lot of money when I could spend that money on some goodies. Now, I'll tell you, come 3 o'clock, I was thinking that golf cart sounded really good. Maybe I could have went a little bit longer. Right, Willie? And then the other thing is bring cash. Bring cash whenever you go, because most of those vendors don't take cards. Some of them would take Venmo, but getting a phone signal in a lot of those areas was difficult at times. You know, those vendors like to be paid in cash. Not going to explain the reasons, but they like cash. So just, you know, make sure you do that. There were ATMs. I will say the porta potty situation was good. No, it was very clean. I was pleasantly surprised. So, hey, Beth. I was just telling them what to be aware of when they go to a flea market of that size. So, alrighty. So if you remember last week, we had these cards. So I'm going to pull a few, and we're going to use them as our package toppers. And we're going to learn something. All right. This one is on geography. Where do tulips come from? Where do tulips come from? Bing, bing, bing. Kim, you are right. Oh, whether from Amsterdam or anywhere elsewhere, tulips are a famous symbol of Holland as windmills, clogs, but they are not native to the Netherlands. The natural habitat of the tulip is mountainous terrain. It was only in 1554 that the first tulips were imported from Constantinople, now Istanbul, into the Netherlands. Wild tulips can be found in southern Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia up to northeast China. The tulip is the national flower of both Turkey and Iran. Isn't that interesting? So, tulips did become exceedingly popular in the Netherlands, as it should be called Holland, only describes 2 of the country's 12 provinces. But the stories of the great tulipomania bubble of the early 17th century now look overcooked. Today, the Netherlands produces about 3 billion tulip bulbs a year, of which 2 billion are exported. Now, some of y'all know I lived in Germany, and we used to vacation in Holland all the time. And in fact, if I remember, I'll try to download some pictures. We would go to the tulip gardens. There is nothing in the US to compare to the Holland tulip gardens. Every color you could imagine. So if I can remember, I'll try to download some pictures and put them up on my Instagram. It was absolutely stunning. Let me turn down this phone. It's one of my favorite places in the world to visit. So, Beth, what haven't you set those people straight yet? Haven't you set them straight yet? All righty. The first item in today's sale is going to be this caged bubble blown ruby red glass vase. It has no chips, no cracks. I absolutely love this piece. And here is the pontil. This is a hand blown piece. What they do is they make these cages, then they blow the glass into the cage. So you can see the bubble is how it comes through on the glass. This is gorgeous, such a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. So I was really, really excited. It was one of the things I found at the very end. And he didn't want to pack things, so I had me a little field day. So we're going to start this. These are a little harder to find, and they go for quite a bit, I will tell you. So if you ever find them out in the wild for a good price, you need to snag them. And if you guys see anything that you change your mind, I will be looking to put these in my buy it now. So you can always check there. Oh, that would be pretty. You know, Misty talks about Amazon has those faux tulips. You know, if you're like here and it's freaking cold, and you have cats that eat your flowers. I can't have flowers. I can't have plants because my cats destroy them. Alrighty. Another item I picked up. Let me grab my black light. Were these, you know, it's what is it today? It is, it's 52, and come Sunday, Saturday into Sunday, it's supposed to go down in the 20s. It's supposed to have a hard freeze. So yeah, that's not going to be any fun. I do. I have 4 pickleball courts behind me. I need to set up that little website, Willie. You know, I won't broadcast your pickleball failures if you pay a small fee. I am in Nebraska. So yeah, we're at that time of year where the temperatures are going to start going up and down, up and down. You never know where you're going to get. Sometimes we're in shorts at Thanksgiving. Other days we're in the middle of an ice storm. We never know. Alrighty. The next item I picked up are these Fenton inverted strawberry stovetop muffineer shakers. They're in amazing condition, and they do have a cadmium glow to them. The tops are in really good condition. No chips around either of the rims on these. They're absolutely beautiful. You can use them as hat pin holders, you know, if you don't want to actually like use them. Or they're really pretty to do like the button flowers or the beaded flowers, you know, anything like that. But I did want to bring them for you guys. So we're going to start them. Like I said, they're absolutely gorgeous. I was really excited to find these. So, and all of the prices that I put in my VAMP auctions are lower than what I would put them on an online marketplace. So just to kind of give you an idea, not to pressure you, but just to give you an idea of how I price things for my sales. Alrighty, then same vendor, I found this gorgeous quilted red cadmium, and I wasn't sure at first if it was a toothpick holder, but come to find out, it is a Fenton piece, and it is considered a votive holder. But look at that glow on this thing. If you have a glow cabinet, this would be absolutely stunning in it. Yeah, I was just like, whoa. It is so pretty in person. It doesn't have any no chips, no cracks. So we're going to start that. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the quilted pattern on glass. You could use it for anything. Alrighty. Yeah, I wasn't sure at first who it was by because, you know, there's some older glass companies that did that. And then when I started researching, I discovered it was Fenton. So my guess is they probably bought the rights at some point from another company. Alrighty. This next item I have for you is this super cute little toll painted dustpan with its little matching broom. I thought this was adorable. And it's in really good condition. There's no rust to this. So, you know, if you do any kind of folk type displays, this would be perfect. Or even, you know, for a grandchild for them to play with. I mean, it's kind of a child size little. Yeah, I know. I have seen that too. This piece I found at the Hoarder House. And, you know, I was just kind of looking around, you know, because a lot of times when you go to these estate sales and stuff, you're looking on the cabinets. Well, I started looking everywhere, on the walls, up above. And I saw this and I was like, oh, that's cute. I'm going to snag that one. So I'm going to start that. I just thought it was so pretty the way it was painted. And the fact that it still had the little matching broom. You know, I've seen the pans, but a lot of times they're all rusted, but I don't usually find them with the broom. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's do another question. This one is in the arts and letters category. Where does the word assassin come from? Where does the word assassin come from? Any guesses? So this is kind of this is interesting. Not from hashish. Is it hashish something else? The earliest authority for medieval sect called the assassins taking hashish in order to witness the pleasures awaiting them after death is the notoriously unreliable Marco Polo. Okay, well, we Marco Polo all the time between Beth, Sheryl, and I. Most Islamic scholars now favor the more convincing etymology of assassin, meaning people who are faithful to the asas, the foundation of the faith. They were literally fundamentalists. This makes sense when you look at their core activities. When you look at the Hashishin, or Nazaris, as they call themselves, were active for 200 years. They were the Shiite Muslims dedicated to the overthrow of the Sunni Caliph. The assassins considered Baghdad court decadent and a little more than a puppet regime for the Turks. Well, that that went somewhere I wasn't expecting. Okay. That's history with LaDonna. Right. Right, Beth? The more you know. Alrighty. This next piece I have is this Joe St. Clair Indian head toothpick holder. So there is the mark for it, and it's amberina. So it does have a cadmium glow down at the base of it. These are really pretty. Great, to put out on your Thanksgiving table with some toothpicks. For those hors d'oeuvres that I know you all are going to be making, those little cheese boards and stuff. And olives, Beth, they're really good for olives. Just going to say. So we're going to start this at 12. No chips or cracks. Beth, you don't know what you're missing. Greek olives. That is the only way to go. I'm telling you. That is my go-to snack. I don't do sweets typically, but now if you put some fatas and some olives in front of me, I'm just saying. All righty. Next, I found these as well. They are life. They definitely are. I found these reverse painted pictures also at Round Top, and they're in really good condition. Check this one out. Very Art Deco-ish. This one is called Beside a Stream. And what they were trying to duplicate were the butterfly wing projects, the morpho art, which I never knew that was the original intent of the reverse painting. But These are gorgeous. The frames to me are just aged just right. What is, okay, sorry about that. My phone was going off. I was like, what is that? I don't know who that is. So, this little frame, here is the information on it. It's in really, really good shape. There's, no missing paint on it. So I thought I would. Slim Jims and but I just love these for a gallery wall. They're just the perfect size to put in. See, this is Beth by a stream waiting for him to feed her cupcakes. Just saying. All right. And then we also have the other one. And this one is Repose, is what the name of this one is. Again, you're reverse painted and it's in your silver and gold on it. I don't know, it keeps calling me. Not sure who keeps calling me. So, but it's in really good shape as well. So we're going to start that one. Alrighty. Let's see. Where do we want to go now? Oh, I also found this gorgeous Whiting and Davis eyeglass case. And it is in fabulous condition. So I like this one because normally they just come with a little kiss clasp, but I liked how this one was more of an Art Deco look. And it is super clean on the inside. It's in great condition, and I think you could even, if you were clever enough, you could probably attach some sort of chain or string or something, so that if you wanted to carry it like as a little purse. But I mean, how fancy is that to put your glasses in? I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. So we're going to start this one at 24. And again, I will be moving all of these over to the Buy It Now. But it is just stunning in person. There's hardly any wear at all to the gold, which makes me think it just, Beth, I thought at first when I looked into it that it might be for cigarettes, but they actually were for your eyeglasses. It's a little bit, now they do have some that were for the cigarettes, but this one is longer. So it would have been for your glasses. Although I'm pretty sure, people probably put other things in there. Whatever rocks your boat, Alrighty. Now, we will do, I did find some jewelry. The first one we're going to run is this one. This one is a silver tone red and clear rhinestone that was made in Western Germany. There's your maker mark. It's in fabulous condition. As you can see, you also have movement to this one. And look how large that rhinestone is. It is absolutely stunning in person. And we're going to start this. I just thought this was beautiful, the way it catches the light, and I love the movement of it. Like I said, there's your mark. And I had to clean these up because it was so dusty. It was so dusty. I think everything had to be cleaned. Alrighty. The next piece I have for you is what I believe are malachite stones set in this antique gold tone setting. And it's a substantial piece. Like it is not lightweight. It's got a little weight to it, but it's in beautiful, beautiful condition. There's no maker mark on it, which is kind of surprising to me because I do think it's a pretty piece. But, you know, these people just don't sign their work. So we're going to start that. So if you have a malachite necklace, this would be gorgeous. Or it'd be really pretty pinned to a scarf or even a hat. But I don't think I've come across one like this before. Alrighty. Yep, that one. And then we have, I also found, now you have to picture this table full of random items, keys, you name it, just a ton of random stuff. And buried in that chaos, I found this little Snoopy birthday cake bicentennial charm. This one is made in Taiwan. Here is your stamp. Bye. So we're going to start this. If you're a fan of Snoopy, and have a little charm bracelet. This is super cute. So I thought I would bring it. I couldn't believe I found it in that mess. Beth, this was in that your friend's area, that first one that we went to where we had to dig through all the tables. It was itty bitty. Itty bitty bitty. So let me see something. To make sure somebody important wasn't trying to find me. Yeah, he had some good stuff. All right, now we're going to go to science. What's the biggest rock in the world? What is the biggest rock in the world? Yeah, Kim, it would be perfect. Nope. Anybody else? It is Mount Augustus, or Beringerra, yeah, like I pronounced that one, in a remote part of Western Australia, is the largest single rock in the world, more than 2.5 times bigger than Uluru or Ayers Rock, and one of the natural world's least known but popular sites. It rises 2,815 feet out of surrounding outback, and its ridge is more than 5 miles long. Its rock is much older. The gray sandstone that is visible is the remains of a seafloor laid down 1,000 million years ago. The bedrock beneath the sandstone is granite dated to 1,650 million years ago. The oldest sandstone at Uluru is only 400 million years old. The final sting in the tail for Aries rock snobs, Mount Augustus is a monolith, a single piece of rock. Uluru isn't. It's just the tip of a huge underground rock formation that also pokes out at Mount Connor and Mount Olga. Okay. All righty. That's a really big rock. Now you can go be a geologist. You know all the things now. All righty. At that same vendor, I found a bunch of antique lingerie pins. So what I decided to do was pair them with a vintage hanky. So the first one is this little milk glass and brass. And you can look, see how old that clasp is. So it does have some verdigris to the brass. So, but if you collect antique pins, this is a beautiful one. And I paired it with this gorgeous bridal hanky, is what these white ones are typically for. I thought that was so pretty. Look at the beading on that, the lace work on that one. So again, I just thought it would be a nice way to display it. So we will start that. And again, like I was mentioning, these will get moved to the bite now if you want to think about it. I can't imagine wearing lingerie pins. I would probably end up poking myself in places that you don't want to be poked. Oh. The next one, I found 3 in total that day. The next one I found is this brass one that is embossed with this floral design. And here is your back. You have your little C clasp. And then I paired it with this hanky. This one with the floral and cutouts on it. So it's in good shape. You can see, again, another little bridal hanky. And so we will start that. These are getting harder to find at least around here. So I was pretty excited when I came across them at that one booth, which was truly a digger booth. I don't know about y'all, but I like to dig. It's like a challenge to find things in those booths. But I'm also like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you leave this stuff all exposed all the time. It just kind of drove my OCD a little crazy as well. All right. The next one is monogrammed. So, and again, it is brass. It is monogrammed. And there is your C clasp on it. And then I paired it with another bridal hanky. This one has a little bouquet of flowers with the lace detailing. This is what that one looks like. So we will start that one. Don't ask me whose monogram. I don't even know. I think trying to read these cursive monograms is a challenge for sure. But still, if you like collecting antique jewelry, which I love, they make great little displays on your vanity tray. Okay, one last question before we get to the last two items. Thank you all for spending your lunch with me. I appreciate it. Who discovered Australia? Does anybody know who discovered Australia? Any guesses? You still hear Captain Cook trotted out at dinner parties, although very rarely at Australian ones. I don't think they appreciate that. He wasn't a captain for start. He was a lieutenant cook on the Endeavour's first voyage, 1768 to 71. He wasn't the first European to see the continent. The Dutch beat him by 150 years, or even the first Englishman to land there. I don't think they appreciate the Captain Cook thing. That was William Dampier, who in 1697 was also the first to record a large hopping animal. Dampier was a sea captain, navigator, explorer, cartographer, scientific observer, pirate, and buccaneer. Alexander Selkirk, the model for Robinson Crusoe, was a member of his crew. He circumnavigated the world 3 times, invented the first wind map, and is cited for more than 1,000 times in the OED, introducing words like avocado, barbecue, breadfruit, cashew, chopsticks, settlement, and tortilla into the English. Tortilla? That's interesting. The real discoverers are, of course, the Aboriginal peoples who reached Australia more than 50,000 years ago. They have been present on the continent for 2,000 generations in comparison to just 8 generations of the Europeans. Isn't that interesting? I have always wanted to go to Australia. It's a very long flight from what I know. I thought going to Germany, 18 hours is how long I spent, was long enough. But one day I would like to go, and I would really love to go see some of the Aborigine like their hieroglyphics. I know there's a different word for that, but I think that would be exciting. Okay, Now, we're going to go to the last two items. I wanted to go ahead and get these out there because the holidays are coming. I have two of the melted plastic popcorn. First one is the snowman carrying the tree, and he's in great condition. There are no breaks to him, no discoloration. You know, usually when I come across these things, you know, something is broken on them and they've been repaired. Hey, Karen. But he's in excellent condition. I mean, he's not discolored at all. So I would bring him, you know, in time for your Christmas decorating. Which, who starts decorating in November? Who waits till after Thanksgiving? When do y'all start decorating? Me, it's probably the week. Because it's just me and my husband. So, you know, the only thing we decorate, like I said, I have cats, if you missed that. Uh, when the kids lived here, I would always start Thanksgiving weekend, and then I would argue with my husband to get the lights up because that was always a battle. Now we're empty nesters, so you know Sky does her own little traditions with baby Faye, but I can't put my tree up anymore because my daggum cats try to eat it. I'm just like, you can't eat that. Let alone put up any ornaments that are breakable, because it would be National Lampoon. The cat would be in the tree. So, Kim, we have a 2-story house. So, my husband's not a fan of being up on the roof anymore. Although we could always do like my neighbor who leaves his lights up all year round. That's lovely. I really love it. Can't you tell? So now we put one of those lights in the ground that puts lights up on your house. You know, it was either that or you hire that company, you know, that puts up the lights and stores them and all. But that is not cheap. I'm going to tell you right now, that is a racket. And why didn't I think of that idea sooner? I don't know. So, but instead of a traditional tree, I have an antique door tree that I put up. And I put a little wreath on it. And I put some little Christmas keys on it. Miss Pamela had them in her sale. So I put them on there so that Faye thinks, you know, she can unlock the door for Santa. But we just don't do a ton of decorating, mainly because of the cats. It is just a hassle. So, yeah, Kim, I do not, the game plan is to sell this house and move to Lincoln to be closer to my oldest with the grandbaby, so that I can kind of help her out, with, you know, babysitting and stuff like that. Um, but you know, the way the price of real estate has been going is, I don't know about y'all's area, but it's a little insane around here. Because what we kind of want to do is a little bit of land. We don't want to be in the city anymore. I don't want people up underneath my business anymore. You know, one at least 1-2 acres, and what I would absolutely love would be to snowbird and like have my oldest and her family either have a smaller house on the same property or have a house big enough to where they're in their own section. Um, and, you know, then we don't have to worry about no one being around in the winter, worrying about pipes. And, that's kind of our game plan. Um, you know, she resells as well. So, my thought was, oh, we could have a little outbuilding, you could have everything set up, all that kind of good stuff. So that's the dream. That's what we're working for. We'll see. We'll see. Because I have told my husband, with 2 dogs, 2 cats, I said, I don't want the house on the market and have people showing up and trying to deal with that situation. It would be more of a use this house as equity, buy something else, then put it up for sale. Because trying to move all this stuff. Yeah, cats, you don't own cats. Cats own you. And we have a few battles. I have an orange cat who can open a door. He can open a drawer. I had to change all the handles in my house from lever handles to knobs because he was opening them. And I'm like, I can't have you, sir, getting out of the house. So he is a handful. He's orange cats. Alrighty. The last item I have for your consideration is the Santa melted plastic popcorn. He's in great condition as well. No breaks, no discoloration to him. He is fabulous. So we will start him as well. And these will ship sandwiched between some cardboard and a poly. So any shipping overages, of course, would be refunded. And there we have it. All righty, guys. Well, do we have anybody after me? Let's see. Not until 1. We have Cynthia of the Cat and Turtle at 1. I think she's a newer seller. So I hope you guys will be available to go in and support her. Is she? I'll have to see if I can catch her. I do have a meeting today. My customers, they're scheduling meetings. I'm like, how dare they? How dare they? I got word. Kim told me somebody had an alligator brooch last night. So I'm going to have to go hunt that one down and talk to her because it was my spirit animal and it had a rhinestone collar. But it was eating a bird. I don't know about that. So I'm going to have to go hunt that one down as well. So there's a lot on Jaded Peacock. Yes, I need to reach out to her because I went out and looked at it after Kim told me about it, and that is super cool. So I'm going to see if she'll put a listing for it because I'd love to snag it. I don't have anything like that. I thought it was really cute. We can also have Emmeline Darlene on later today and Drunk Susie. And then it looks like we'll finish it up with Kennedy's Castle. So a lot of great sellers today. I encourage you all to be sure to go watch them. And other than that, I will catch you next week. I think we have Texas Art Asylum is the next on my list of things to bring to y'all. So I will catch you on the next one. Bye now.